So today we're reading from the book of Luke, starting in chapter 22. Jesus went, as he so often did, to the Mount of Olives. The disciples followed him. He pulled away from them and knelt down and prayed, "Father, remove this cup from me, but please, not what I want, but what you want." Sweat wrung from him like drops of blood, poured off his face. He got up from prayer, went back to the disciples, and found them asleep, exhausted from sorrow. He said, "Why are you sleeping? Get up, pray, so you won't give in to temptation." And no sooner were the words out of his mouth than a crowd showed up. Judas, the one from the 12, at the head. He came right up to Jesus to kiss him. Jesus said, "Judas, you would betray me, the Son of Man, with a kiss?" Jesus spoke to those who had come, high priests, temple police, religious leaders. "What is this? Jumping me with swords and clubs as if I was a dangerous criminal? Day after day I've been with you in the temple, and you've not so much as lifted a hand against me. But do it your way. It's a dark night, a dark hour."
Then they all took Jesus to Pilate. The governor then began to bring up charges against him. Pilate called in high priests, rulers, and others and said, "You brought this man to me as a disruptor of the peace. I examined him in front of you all and found that there was nothing to your charge. It's clear that he's done nothing wrong, let alone anything deserving of death. I'm going to warn him to watch his step and let him go." At that the crowd went wild. "Kill him." Wanting to release Jesus, Pilate appealed to them again, but they kept shouting back, "Crucify him, crucify him." Then the governor's soldiers took Jesus, stripped him, and put him in a scarlet robe. Then twisted together a crown of thorns and set it on his head. Then they knelt in front of him and mocked him, "Hail, the King of the Jews."
When they got to the place called Skull Hill, they crucified him, along with the criminals, one on his right, the other on his left. And Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." The soldiers also came up and poked fun at him, making a game of it. They toasted him with sour wine. "So you're King of the Jews, save yourself." One of the criminals hanging alongside him cursed him, "Some Messiah you are. Save yourself, save us." But the other one made him be quiet. "Have you no fear of God? You're getting the same as him. We deserve this, but not him." Then he said, "Jesus, remember me when you enter your kingdom." And Jesus said, "Don't worry, I will. Today you will join me in paradise."
By now it was noon. The whole earth became dark, the darkness lasting 3 hours, a total blackout. And when Jesus had cried out again in a loud voice, "It is finished," he gave up his spirit. At that moment, the curtain in the temple was torn in two, from top to bottom. The earth shook, rocks split, and tombs broke open. When the captain there saw what happened, he honored God. This man was innocent. All who had come as spectators to watch the show, when they saw what actually happened, were overcome with grief and headed home.
After the Sabbath, as the first light of the new week dawned, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary came to keep vigil at the tomb. Suddenly the earth reeled and rocked under their feet as God's angel came down from heaven, came right up to where they were standing. He rolled back the stone and then sat on it. Shafts of lightning blazed from him. His garments shimmered snow white. The guards at the tomb were scared to death. They were so frightened they couldn't move.
The angel spoke to the woman, "There is nothing to fear here. I know you are looking for Jesus, the one they nailed to the cross. He is not here. He was raised, just as he said.